I wish we didn't have to talk about this, but here we are again talking about the current crime wave in New Orleans. Hi, I'm Scooch. Welcome to the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel. Maybe there'll be a time soon when we don't have to dedicate so much time to talking about the crime wave in New Orleans. But there's a crime wave here. I love this city. I live in the city. I moved out of downtown because it got too dangerous, but I still live in the city. Hide the truth. One of the problems is we have collectively not wanted to face the truth. We've got a crime wave here. Carjackings. Thug, punk bastards using guns. People are terrorized. The day may come when the NFL, the NBA, the NCAA, or some major organization or business cancels New Orleans because of the crime. This is no longer a secret. And maybe we've wanted to keep it a secret. I mean, look, I do a radio show on WWL in New Orleans, and I'm very honest about what I see. I don't want to hurt the city, but I want us to face the reality that we've got a crime wave, and it's bad. Oh, there's always been crime, but what's going on now is bad. And then in all the news that we have now, Alvin Kamara, Saints star running back, arrested in Vegas for punching the shit out of a guy. We still don't know all that happened there. Was he provoked? I don't know. We don't know. Or is this another case of a professional athlete just using his machismo to gain respect? I don't know. I mean, Alvin Kamara seems like such a well-rounded, good guy. This happened at 6:30 in the morning at a club in Vegas, at the Elevator. He wasn't going to breakfast. He wasn't going to brunch. I'm sure he was coming home after a night of whatever. I'll talk more about that on the Scoot in the Air Facebook page. So let's talk about this 18-year-old Tyrese Harris who's been arrested. He's been arrested in the carjacking where a woman was dragged 20, 30, 40 feet. It looked like she was dead. Lying on the ground, blood coming out of her mouth. It looked like she was dead. What was she doing? Oh, yeah, she really asked for it. She was getting friggin' gas at Costco in New Orleans. Just getting gas. And this thug punk jumps in her car and drags her. She's alive. She's still in ICU. But she's going to be okay. Today, there was a rally for peace on the steps of City Hall. I was there, live on the radio. Did some Facebook posts as well. White and black citizens came together to once again say, enough. But this can't end with just saying enough. We have to keep going with this. We have to continue to push forward and continue to pressure the mayor, the police chief, the district attorney, and the judges to solve the problem. One thing I learned at the press conference today, the rally today, was that judges are not telling us why they're letting these people out so soon. Why are they letting so many people out on bail, on low bail? Why? Apparently that information is not shared. Why not? I mean, we should know. We should know why judges are doing this. Are they doing this to appease their voting base? Mayor Cantrell herself admits she tried to help this guy, Tyrese Harris. Good for her. If we can help somebody, let's help them. But at some point, when they don't ever respond and when they keep doing bad things, it's time to get rid of them. It's time to get rid of them in society. It's time to put them away somewhere. The truth about crime in New Orleans is that people have had too much empathy for the criminals. Judges. We have a district attorney, Jason Williams, who ran a campaign. He was elected in November. He ran a campaign on the campaign promise to not prosecute juveniles for their felonies. It's bullshit. Little bastards deserve to be arrested and charged. Parents need to start out doing their job. But again, as I've said many times, if parents don't do their job, then society has to do their job. But look at listen to the carjackings. At this very time in 2019, there were 12 carjackings in New Orleans. At this time in 2020, there were 14. At this time in 2021, almost doubled, there were 29. At this time in 2022, right now, so far, 58 carjackings. New Orleans, we have a problem. And the people that are talking about helping these young people need to shut up and help the young people. I'd like to know how long Mayor Cantrell tried to help this Harris punk. I'd like to know how many crimes he committed, because he was charged with 30 different crimes as a juvenile and an adult. If she tried to help him and he's continuing to commit these crimes, shame on her. I applaud her for trying, but at some point you've got to face the obvious and do something about these kids and get them off the freaking streets. Look, as this series continues here on my YouTube channel, we continue to hear about giving them opportunities. They need opportunities, these opportunities. You know what they need before opportunities? They need parents. They need parents and they need a community to hold them accountable. Politicians, elected officials, to everybody, protect the young people that represent their voting base, their community. And this is not about skin color. It's about behavior. And it's so easy to say it's skin color. It's so easy. This is about race. These people don't have a chance. There are so many young Black males in New Orleans that have made it. There are so many young Black males working their asses off in honest jobs that to suggest that somehow there's no opportunity here is an insult to all of the young Black males and females who are busting their ass every day, working tough jobs. And too many of them go on to be a big success to buy into this idea that there's no opportunities out there. I don't know where this is going to go. But I think we all need to find ways, and I've talked about this consistently for a year. And late last year, and then now in the early part of 2022, this has been nearly an everyday thing on my radio talk show on WFUL. And today I went live on the phone. I went live to the Rally for Peace at the steps of City Hall. It's no secret that politicians pander to a voting base. There are conservatives who pander to white voters, and they'll do what they need to do to get white voters. There are politicians who pander to black voters, and they'll do and say whatever they need to do to get elected, to get the votes of black voters. So far, this ain't working. One thing that I loved about the rally today was white and black came together. If we come together, who the hell's going to stop us? If we come together and recognize this reality, and if we face the problem and demand change, the immediate change comes from keeping the little bastards locked up. The immediate change comes from police arresting, the DA charging. This guy, this 18-year-old thug punk, Tyrese Harris, he was arrested for armed robbery. Oh, by the way, when they arrested him for the carjacking at Costco, they noticed that his phone was linked to an attempted carjacking and the murder of a 12-year-old boy. While in custody, Tyrese Harris confessed he did it. He was arrested for armed robbery not long before that, but the DA let him out. The DA didn't charge him. Why not? He's got a history of arrest records. Was he a friend of the mayor? The mayor was helping him personally. Was he a friend of does the mayor know the family? Did they show so much empathy to this thug that he killed somebody? A lot of people are accountable for this. If I were the DA, the mayor, if I were these judges, I don't know how I'd sleep at night if I knew that I wasn't hard on somebody and they went on and they killed a 12-year-old boy. What kind of challenge is a 12-year-old boy giving you? This is a person with a dark heart. And, you can try, up to a certain point, you can try to rehabilitate. You can try to help them. You can hug them up to a certain point. And then you got to realize that there needs to be some rather severe punishment. I hope I can stop talking about this soon. But I don't know that there's going to be any end in sight. I mean, there's got to be. But we have to keep the pressure on the elected officials to do something about this. I know this is happening in cities across America. I'm more familiar with what's happening in New Orleans because that's where I am. New Orleans depends on tourism. We've got the Final Four coming up. Oh, and car smashed windows? Man, that's like nothing. That's like recreational activity to these thug punks. Somebody was telling me that they went to a New Orleans Pelicans game and they came out and both of the windows of the car were smashed in. Why did they need to smash both? Because I think the little punks are making a statement. I think they're trying to get back at the society that they have been taught has wronged them. There have been injustices in the past, and anybody that knows me or knows my show know that I recognize those injustices. But there's opportunity, and too many people take advantage of the opportunity for anybody to dismiss the opportunity, and opportunities is some kind of myth. And there are more jobs and higher wages now than ever before. So if opportunity is there and not taken advantage of, then it's time for punishment.